The tussle between Twitter and the Indian government over the new IT rules does not seem to end anytime soon. The centre said Twitter has deliberately chosen the path of non-compliance despite being granted multiple opportunities. Let's understand the issue first. According to the new IT rules, which came into effect from 26th of May, the social media platforms have to disclose the origin of any message if the authorities consider the message to be harmful. The new law requires tech companies in India, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Google, and others, to appoint a chief compliance officer, nodal officer, and grievance officer in the country. But the government said that Twitter has failed to appoint statutory officers in line with the new IT rules. In its defense, Twitter said that the appointment of a compliance officer was delayed because of the pandemic and other practical issues. It said it has appointed an interim chief compliance officer whose details will be shared directly with the government. According to industry sources, a big issue with appointing a compliance officer is the criminal liability associated with the role. Now, as a result of non-compliance of IT rules, Twitter has lost its status of an intermediary platform in India. And according to reports, Twitter is the only social media platform among the mainstream that has not adhered to the new laws. Now, the obvious question would be, what does intermediary mean? So, social media companies like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and Google are called intermediaries as per the definition provided under Information Technology Act. The next question arises: how losing intermediary status would impact Twitter? Well, Twitter has now basically lost the protective shield or safe harbor granted under Section 79 of the IT Act. This section grants certain protections to intermediaries on the condition that they fulfill certain obligations and due diligence mandated as per rules. It says an intermediary shall not be held legally or otherwise liable for any third-party information, data, or communication link made available or hosted on its platform. So, in simple terms, now instead of being considered just a platform hosting content for various users, Twitter will be held directly editorially responsible for posts published on its platform. Twitter will now be liable for action under the Indian Penal Code for third-party unlawful content. Let's now take a look of Indian government's objections. India's Law and IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has made it loud and clear that it is not proper for profit-minded companies such as Twitter to lecture India on democracy and its values. Prasad also talked about Twitter not complying with India's new IT rules for digital media intermediaries. He said if Twitter wants to do business, it will have to obey rules.
These guidelines have not come suddenly. It was a work in progress for the last 3-4 years. There were 2 judgments of Supreme Court in the case of Pranjula of 2018 that sexual manifestation of women should be avoided. That would be a tough guideline. Then Facebook case of 2019 September, if there are messages which lead to violence, riots, etc., there should be a mechanism. There were demands of the parliament cutting across party divide in 2018 from me against fake news, against all these entries depicting women in bad light. Then there was a consultation and thereafter this guideline are there. We gave them 3 months time. What we wanted? Have a grievance redressal officer, have a no compliance officer for the complying of the grievance redressal, and a nodal officer of contact with the government. If others had followed, why can't they follow? We are asking only 3 officers to be appointed now. We don't think we're asking for the moon, are we? We also said you can pick up on any one of your own employee as an interim arrangement. Therefore, the point is simply the intention. And once the 3 months period exhausted on the 26th of May, I further gave a last opportunity by way of goodwill gesture. Let's be more accommodating. On the establishment of office, you can take few months time for clearance, etc. from RBI. I understand that. But who stops you? Do you have an office here or not? Do you earn ad revenue from here or not? If you have to do business in India, you're welcome to criticize the Prime Minister, all of us, we welcome that. But you'll have to obey the Constitution of India and you'll have to obey the rules.
The Law Minister also touched upon Twitter's decision to flag the tweets of some Bharatiya Janata Party members as manipulated media. The minister was referring to the recent incident of a Muslim man being attacked and his beard being shaved, allegedly on communal grounds. This happened in Uttar Pradesh, Ghaziabad.
If Twitter has a norm of declaring a particular tweet as manipulated or unmanipulated, why it was not applied in the case of Ghaziabad case? When, apart from the fake element, it was provocative, designed to provoke riots, create hostility in the country. Therefore, why should not Twitter also make these important standards when we allow a tweet to be tweeted?
While the victim had publicly alleged that he was attacked because he was a Muslim and that he was forced to chant Jai Shri Ram, police investigating the matter have ruled out the communal angle and claimed that the man was beaten because of a dispute over amulets that he had sold to the accused persons. In this matter, the UP police sent a legal notice to the managing director of Twitter India, Manish Maheshwari, asking him to record his statement on the claims that the microblogging site let the anti-social messages go viral. If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.